We have Malcolm here from Guided Intelligence. He is going to talk to you guys for as long as he needs to. Malcolm, I'm going to hand it over straight to you. Please introduce yourself and whatever you need to talk about today.
Wonderful. Well, as you guys know, my name is Malcolm. I'm the founder of Guided Intelligence. So the thing that people think is Guided Intelligence is something I created or that it's me. Guided Intelligence is something that we all have. Actually, it came to me from Source. So today I'm actually going to talk a lot about Source energy. I'm going to talk a lot about manifestation. I'm going to talk a lot about that. In 2010, I died. I hit a house going 100 kilometers an hour. I got ejected out of the vehicle head first. I collapsed my lung right away. I had brain damage. I don't know if you could see this scar here. So I had bleeding in my brain. I was diagnosed with short-term memory loss, and the odds were set against me. Everybody told me I wouldn't talk again. I wouldn't walk the same way again. I wouldn't be able to do this. I would always be on drugs. I was always going to be on pharmaceuticals. And, I was always told, what we're always told, you're never going to make it. You're not going to be able to do this. And that's the life I was leading for the majority of my life up until my late 20s. I'm 34 now, but up until 29-ish or 28-ish, I was still trying to find my true self. And I've been attracting and manifesting my whole life. I've always had this power, but not until after my car accident, I started to use the power of the law of attraction and the 12 laws in favor of me for the benefit of the world and the benefit of me. I've helped my son manifest a lot of stuff, my wife, a lot of clients, and everybody around me. So today we're going to talk about you guys. I'm here to serve and provide a service to you guys. And I want you guys to be very open today and telling me what your guys' goals are, what your setbacks are. We're going to be doing some mirror talk today. I created a customized visualization manifestation. So I'm going to be doing a ceremony with you guys, an award ceremony. So you guys are going to be visualizing today how to attract your ideal self, your future self, and walk into your future reality, but bring it into today, bring it into the now. So this is the type of stuff that I do. I'm excited. My lips are getting dry, so let's all have fun today. So I wanted to start off by asking you guys, what for actors and actresses, what are the biggest hurdles or roadblocks or setbacks or things you guys are trying to achieve? Like, is it family? Is it money? I want to hear you guys speak, like either raise your hand or spit it out there. Just tell me what are some things holding you guys back or in this industry? And then I help very well when people are transparent, open, and honest. And before we start, I want to say, please be open to everything and attached to nothing. I want you guys to drop your egos, surrender, because it's for Source and for you guys to achieve your success. It's not for me. It's not dropping your ego to me. It's just so I can better help and better serve you guys. So why don't you guys throw out some things out there, because I work better when you guys start telling me your guys' concerns and roadblocks and manifestation concerns or things you want to attract into the world. So who wants to start?
Okay, so we have
let's see, I see raised hands. Sorry. So
yeah, we have Angel and Marlon with their hands raised.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Hi, I guess I'll go first. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for being here and helping us out today. That means a lot to me. I can use all the guidance I could possibly get. One of the things of my biggest concern, I'm going to list at least like 5 of them, is getting the finances that I need to maintain my life and to be able to consistently afford acting classes and marketing material and maintaining, or actually just getting, I'll just stick with that, actually. That's like my biggest hurdle at this point right now.
Okay, so what makes you feel that it's a hard reach to begin with? What makes you feel that, things to acquire are difficult? So what's that feeling? Where's that feeling coming from?
Life experience.
So lack?
I guess you could say it's lack. I mean, technically, I don't really truly lack anything, because at the end of the day, I'm always taken care of in some way, shape, or form. But
Exactly.
it's just that I've noticed that, for me to be in classes consistently, and also maintaining my homes, and also, just keeping my life straight, living expenses, and putting money, I pour a lot of money, where it's a lot for me, into the business. It's a bit much financially, and it's hard, especially when you're working in a gig-based business and you don't know when your next money is coming from, even if you do have a side hustle. So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Yeah. First of all, I appreciate you for sharing that and being comfortable to share that. That's very good. So what I would say is I'll give you an experience here. So my son was 4 years old, and I was unemployed because I decided to quit working. So I decided to stop the hustle, the 9 to 5, and pursue my true passion, my desires. And my wife was 8 months pregnant at the time, and I told her everything is going to be okay. Just like you said, God is here to provide. So someone's mic, can someone mute that?
Sorry, Malcolm, I accidentally muted you. That was my bad. I was muting, trying to mute people. Hold on. I'm trying to get you unmuted.
Okay, there you go. So I work a lot with energy and frequencies, and I get a lot of wisdom from source. So I love to maintain a good connection. So to answer your question, my wife was 8 months pregnant. My son, he was three and a half, 4 years old, and I was putting him into CGTV Hollywood. And we invested $7,000, and we didn't know where that was coming from. I was not working, and I just had this faith, and I knew, everything that we truly desire, everything that we truly want is right in front of us. And we may not see the key, right? We're holding the key. The secret to the secret is that everything is parallel universes. We could jump into this reality. So if you believe it in your mind, right? If you know that, say, you're going to attract the $7,000 or the $15,000 that you need, it's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened to us. And I can give you a lot of examples. So the one thing is, when it comes to money and wanting it now, you got to get rid of the want and the how. Okay, right away, just get rid of the want and the how. You must tell source or God or whatever you believe in, energy, your subconscious, that I have it. I know that everything is here. I have the money. And as you live life with that knowing, when you actually believe and you trust and you have that knowing, you will walk into that attraction immediately. Look, it was last minute. We looked at 6 homes. I attracted this home, and it's the exact vision that I wanted for this home. The last home I attracted manifested is the exact home that I wanted, that I desired, and I visualized it. So today we're going to do the visualizations. I do a lot of one-on-one work. So if you want me to focus a lot more on breaking down these roadblocks and these barriers and stuff, I can help you attract. I've worked with clients, millionaires, success coaches and stuff, where they were not attracting money for the longest time, millionaires. And as soon as I worked with them and did release work, okay, I do release work, she called me and said, Malcolm, thank you so much, but every time I have a session with you, I attract a client. So a client came to her and paid her $9,000 for a 90-minute session. And all she wanted was one client. And she attracted it because she had to let go of that scarcity mindset. See, you just have to believe and trust a lot more. And we're going to do a lot of that today. We're going to do a lot of revealing your identity. We're going to do a mirror work technique today. So that's going to serve you today. And then if you want to move forward for me to really focus on you, I'll focus on you more independently. Okay. But I just want to address a lot more today, but hopefully I get back to money and back to a lot of things that concern you a little bit later. So Sean, who else wants to ask a question?
Yes.
I had a question. Just hi, Malcolm. First, I want to say, like, so far, just listening to you, what you told Angel was just really great. Like, I took a lot from that. For me, I feel like I understand a lot of this stuff. Like, I listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks. I listen to a lot of this spiritual talk, and I believe it. I know it from my core. That a lot of it's true. I just feel like I understand. Like, I'm living in some kind of like, there's something wrong and I have to fix it. And like, I'm always seeking to fix this thing that I don't even know what it is, instead of just being, and it's like hard because like, I want to just act, I want to just be an actor. I want to just like feel like that. And instead I always feel like I'm trying to prove something, or I'm trying to like do something. And it's like, there's always, when I feel like I'm finally like at a point where I feel good, I feel like, look, there's a giant mountain or something that I have to go over again. And I always feel like I'm back in square one, and I'm not, where I want to be. And it's like this story that I just felt like with all this knowledge that I know that I should be somewhere different, with
Beautiful.
How much I feel about this. So
I love that. Thank you so much. So that mountain that you're talking about is actually already a journey that you're going towards. You're walking up that mountain, but it's not the mountain that you have to conquer. It's the first step, right? So as you go through this journey and the process, you just have to enjoy the process. And it's good that you want to fix things. So it's great that you want to address things. It's your identity, it's your purpose, it's your life's calling, it's your journey, whatever you want to do in life. That's great. Don't be hard on yourself. That's actually a really good thing. You need more self-love. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and self-identify with those concerns and forgive yourself, first of all, and say, I love you. I appreciate you for how hard we've been working. First of all, you gotta actually love yourself and appreciate yourself. Look at yourself in the eyes and be like, look, I understand all this stuff that I've been doing to myself. I'm hard on you. I'm tough on you because, we want to get better. And then you got to look at that fraudulence, that self-identity. We're going to do the exercise. I'll go through the slides and everything, but I just want to address a lot of this. I think this was my calling. I had whenever I do consultations or anything, I never have a process. I just go with the flow. I always tell a source, I just go with the flow. So this is good. It's happening this way because I don't follow a structure or a template like a lot of people do. I just go with the flow. So the first thing I would tell you is you're doing great, man. Just keep being amazing, keep being beautiful, and keep wanting to address your concerns and the things you want to, but just know it's a journey. It's a life process. Okay. You got to enjoy the process and allow yourself to be open to everything and attached to nothing. As soon as you attach to that identity and saying, I'm going backwards, or this is happening, that's where you got to fix it and go back in the mirror, look at yourself in the face and be like, I'm sorry. Why are we doing that? I forgive you. We're going to do my mirror talk today. So that's going to address a lot of what you want to uncover. And then later on, if you want to reach out to me or DM me, it's easy. I'm easy to find. But that's the one advice I'd give you is just, bro, love yourself more and forgive yourself a whole lot more. Just always forgive yourself, man. Trust in yourself. Okay. Everything is happening for a reason. Everything happens for us, not to us. So if you look at life like a victim mindset, then you are a victim. But if you look at everything that, even if our heartaches or downfalls, look, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I broke my collarbone. I went for surgery yesterday, but I declined the surgery. I said, I'm not going to get the surgery. I'm self-healing because I was on life support. I died in 2010, and that was a hurdle in my life. Then my family disowned me. They spat on my face. Like, I have so many stories, but I don't ever look at my life like that's happening to me. I look at it like that's happening for me. You know, everything is happening for me. This collarbone break that just happened, my clavicle is broken, it's short. If you guys can see, like one side, you see here to here is short. And you see how this one's normal? I just broke this, right? But I'm still here to serve. So that's part of my healing process. I'm not looking at it like, oh, gosh, me or anything. I'm just saying, you know what? Let's just keep moving forward. Thank you, God. You know, thank you, Malcolm. You know, just enjoy the process, right? I get more into details. This is not the overall of what I do. I'm just trying to be as quick as I can, but as effective as I can. I do a lot of one-on-ones with people with PTSD, stress, depression, people who have fear and overwhelm. You know, look, I was raped, I was molested. When I was 18 years old, I was raped. I got over that. I don't live life like a victim mindset. You know, I've gone through the hurdles of life. I've lived in over 100 homes. I was homeless. I lived in homeless shelters. You know, I had to walk the streets in winter and sleep in banks and donut shops. I used to sleep on the road and stuff. And I know what it's like to struggle, and I know what it's like to prosper. And you know, health, wealth, and prosperity is not something that's out there. It's something that's already in you. You were born healthy, you were born wealthy, and you're born wise. And you got to come back into your internal self. And once you do, and you start walking towards your process, everything's going to attract to you. You're going to start attracting life instead of chasing life. The more you chase life, the more you're chasing everything away from you. You're pushing, you're resisting. You're like a magnet, a negative magnet, and you're going and you're pushing and everything's being pushed. As soon as you start living in the receptor mode and you start attracting, you are now receiving. Everything wants to run towards you. Stop living life like a furnace and start living life in attraction. Be that attraction for everything that wants you. You know, everything you want wants you as much as you want, if not wants you even harder. God wants to give you everything your heart desires. Everything you desire wants to come to you. So stop getting in the way.
That was great. Thank you.
All right, who's next?
Next, we have Jean.
Hello, Malcolm. So I would love to attract love. I lost my husband 7 years ago to cancer, and I've never felt anything close to that again. It seems impossible to feel that again, but I want to, because I know it's important.
Yeah.
It's, you know, what we as humans need.
Okay.
Maybe it's the pandemic talking, but I would love to find a real, deep, meaningful relationship again.
Beautiful. I love this. So the key here, Jean, the key here, Jean, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And your husband is happy. He's happy. Trust me, he's very happy. He's blessed. And he's connected to source. I connected to source in 2010 when I left this realm. And I know what it's like to travel and meet angels and be in synchronicity with angel numbers. And I understand everything and the meaning of life now after my near-death experience. So what I want to say is he wants you to find that now. So I was teaching a client before is everything that you want outside of yourself, you got to look at life like what the world wants out of you, what the world expects out of you, what men want out of you, what a woman wants out of you. So whatever you want, just try to imagine, what does that ideal person want? Does that ideal person want someone that has a mindset like of lacking love and lackluster in their life? Or does that man out there in the universe want a woman that's fulfilled and loves themselves ultimately right now? So if you find that internal grace and that love in you right now, then you are going to attract that back. You're going to reciprocate that same attraction back to you. So that man wants you, really wants you, but you're not ready for it because you need that self-love. You need to bring that self-identity of what is out there inside here first. And then what's out there will come and attract to you. So that love, you got to just start believing that what you truly desire is truly desiring you, really wants you to come into your personal space of self-identity, self-love, self-respect. You got to hone into that every day. What I would recommend is just wake up in the morning and say, I love you. I love you. And I'm the ultimate beauty in my life. I'm beautiful. I am that I am. And that, when you say I am that I am that beautiful. I am that love. I am that success. I am that wealth. And that success and that wealth already resides within you. And when I started living this way, I can literally walk outside and attract whatever I want. And it's not a boasting. It's real. This attraction thing, it's our birthright. We were born gods. God gave breath into us, and that source energy came into a vessel, and it breathed that life into us. So we're walking and talking gods. We're actually walking source energy. But what happens is we're in this reptilian brain, and society traps us in this linear calendar mindset, and we're trapped with all of the money and the achievements and the success out there, and we got to get here, we got to get there, we got to get there. And when I was living that way, I actually was more stressed out in my life. But when I started changing the way that I was living, and I started to change the way I looked at things, the things I looked at changed. So what that means is, I got this from a washroom, and someone had it in their washroom, and I said, can I have it? So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. So the thing that you look at, love, right? Men, that deep longing, that belonging, that connection you once had, that was your own connection. It wasn't just from your husband. It was something you had, and you lost your own connection. And once you have that connection, now that next person has to reciprocate that. Now you are going to be having the upper hand, the higher standard in your life, not the man, the woman. You need to be more of the woman, okay? And you are that woman, and you need to come into that.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
Thank you.
It is Melanie.
Hey. Hi, Sean. Hi, Devin. Hi, everyone. Hi, Malcolm. Hi. Okay, so let me start off by saying thank you for being here. And it's more like a question and statement. I'm a born psychic medium. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to that, and other things like a variety channel. I don't do it as a profession, but I do help a lot of people, even helped people in law enforcement. Now, I also have a near-death experience because I'm a cancer survivor as well, so I had that as well. Now, I am finding it so hard to help people that are coming to me. I've received literally more than 10 emails, and it brings me to tears because they just come at me. I'm like, hey, you came to me for help, for guidance, right, in your life. And I'm also very huge in manifestation. I study metaphysics as well. But for example, one of the emails I received was, oh, well, you say that we can create our own reality, but do the 85,000 kids that go missing a year here in the United States in a child pedophile ring, did they ask for that? Are they creating that reality? No, we think not. We know that it's not like that. Another example, 250 kids that were recently found in Canada, dead bodies. Did they bring that reality upon them? That's another one I got. And then parents that lose their kids to cancer, AIDS, or horrible diseases. Did the parents really bring in those children and ask for that to happen to them? These are the emails I'm getting, and it's driving me nuts. Seriously, okay. It's like poking above. It's like bursting my bubble because I'm like trying to be positive and helping them. And you understand, I'm sure you understand, it affects me so much to listen to these stories and these people that are like I see that they're pain, but they're also attacking the person that is trying to help them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally know what you mean. So how I would address that, thank you so much. And I totally agree. And I know this contradiction in life, it's massive. But the thing is we, we want to help everybody, right? But until people want to help themselves, they will never be able to change themselves. And we cannot attract for someone else unless they are trying to attract for themselves. So yeah, we can go and forgive, we can redeem, we don't condemn the sex ring that's happening out there, and child molesters and stuff like that. What we want to do is actually we want to send forgiveness. So for example, my mission in life is, instead of condemning them, I believe there's a way we can have them redeem themselves. And the way that they can redeem themselves is if we change the perception of how society and governments look at people like this. Look, if I was condemned, I would be in jail right now. I was a bad guy. I was negative. I was abusive. I was rude. I was one of those guys, those teenager guys growing up being rude to girls, just want to hook up, hang out, drink and party and be disrespectful to their parents and attracting those circumstances. I believe I attracted getting raped. I did. I'm not saying those kids are attracting getting raped. I attracted to get raped. And it's because of my lifestyle and the way I was leading my life. But what I'm trying to say is, for these people, that are coming towards you, I think we just have to address it the way they're addressing it. We got to reciprocate negative energy. So the way we use negative energy in the universe is there's 99.9 negative energy that is not tapped into. And there's a lot of research happening right now about negative matter and quantifying negative energy, whether it's wormholes, whether it's reverse engineering black holes, or magnetism, or whatever it might be. So dark energy, I have an understanding and a theory where we need to be able to give them that same feeling that they have, right? And make them, sorry, I'm trying to read into it. I don't know if I'm getting some energy here, but whatever's trying to come to me, I'm feeling it being pulled away for a second. But what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to these people, you need to, let me address you, okay? You need to not get overwhelmed. I think you are getting overwhelmed and you have a lot of energy, okay? And you first need to not get overwhelmed by the people that are coming to you. You got to address them with understanding, first of all, okay? You got to understand their concept of the energy and the negative that they have about life. And you have to totally agree with them, okay? When you agree with them, right? Now, okay, so can you ask me one more time, how do we address the sex slaves? Say that whole statement to me one more time.
Okay, there's, everybody here knows, unless you're like living under a rock, that there's like a huge pedophile ring going on, right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein, okay, everything else, okay, all that. We all know that dark part of the world is happening because people talk about it all the time. It's all over the news, right? It's not a conspiracy theory. So I understand that. I totally get that. But more and more, they're like, oh, more and more evidence. Why is everybody just talking about the coronavirus? Like, just going again to the conspiracy thing and about that, and then addressing the whole pedophile and big people involved and all that. How are those children that are being trafficked and raped and murdered, that are just babies? These are the emails I'm getting, bro. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's driving me nuts. And I know.
Why is it driving you nuts? What are you doing to help them? Why is it driving you nuts?
Because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to help them, but they keep reiterating, yeah, but you're not making any sense, by telling us to create our better reality for ourselves if all these things are happening in the world. Okay. I'm like,
So what I would say to you, I help empaths and psychics. They come to me to help healing. Look, my wife is a healer. She's a massage therapist. She heals spasms, back pain, shoulder pain, because I teach people how to get into tap into their angels that are there to heal people's pain and stuff. So I understand, but what you're trying to do is you're putting too much energy into it, and you need to detach. So first of all, detach, and don't tell them to be positive, and don't use the law of attraction in that. That's just going to piss people off.
I tried, but it's like to no avail, you know what I mean? And it really, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to cry, but it's really making me emotional, you know what I mean?
Okay, so if there's a cause that you want to address, if you want to serve that area of the world, we can have a separate conversation, because I totally believe in that. And there's a bigger mission that I want to tackle when it comes to that. And I can go talk to the ringmaster head on and show him, I know it's not about condemning and saying, go to jail, you deserve to die. It's about redemption. If we can teach that person, that, hey, look, you want money, you're doing this because you want money, right? Imagine if you can take all those sex slaves and you can give them back, like give them their life back to their families, and you can get paid for that, change that cognitive behavior, that cognitive dissonance that's happening in his life, and give him some forgiveness, give him some belief, a belief so he can redeem himself back again. I believe these sex slaves and these people that are doing wrong in life can alter the reality and change their lives around, just like I have, and just like a lot of people do. A lot of people come out of prison off of death row, that there were serial killers, and they can change their life. And I believe there's a way that we can talk to those people in a session. And if you really care about them, take action, walk the walk, and let's meet up with some of these people who are, talk to the right people who have these resources, and get in front of them and say, look, you're doing this, you get a lot of money, right? You're happy. I'm pretty sure if you got the same money, if not more, you would do something different, right? Give those people to me, I'll give you the same money, give them to me. I think they have something going on up here in their head, and I don't think it's just they're fixated on children. I think they're doing it because there's an imbalance going on in their head. And if we can change that, and we can alter that reality for them, they can change. See the way I'm seeing the change I want to see in the world? You got to just change the narrative. And if you can see that new reality, we can make it happen. Look, all the Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, all these guys that are doing these underground missions, we can reach out to them. We can talk to them and say, look, you've already gone down there. You know where it's happening. Let's fucking grab them. Let's take them, time up, but coach them. Maybe they have a lot of pain and suffering inside them. Maybe they something's going to happen and something can change in them. So let's give people hope differently, but by not giving them too much positivity and changing the reality and their paradigms and all that. That doesn't work with people like that. If somebody came at me with that kind of shit back when I was toxic, I'd be like, get out of here. What are you talking about? We got to teach them how to use negative energy. Look, when I went through a separation, when I've gone through a lot of heartaches and stuff, what I did is I took my heartaches and I used that as my superpower. I leveraged it to attract. Okay? Bless you. I don't know if someone sneezed. Truth. But if you want to leverage anything in life, use this dark energy in a positive way. Stop letting it dictate how you feel, because your energy, you have a lot of power, and I can see you just have to use it correctly to serve these people. And if you want to talk about hows and missions and how to conquer this, trust me, I have about 1,000 people that are connected directly to Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins, and we can talk to the right people if we have the right mission statement, and we can reach out to them. Trust me. So if you want to make change in the world, let's stop boasting and complaining and crying, and let's take action. Let's stop being victimized, and let's take action towards change, right?
I would love to post that on my YouTube channel in a video. I love what you said. I love what you said. If you give me permission, I can put maybe your information like on maybe on my description and in my next psychic video that I do for the channel. And if they want guidance, they can go to you.
Whatever we got to do to help people to understand this mindset shift. Like, it's not about positivity. To get out of the dark side, I use the dark energy to get out of the dark side. You know, who talks about it? Remember The Last Dance on Netflix? Tim Grover, he mentored, Michael Jordan. He talks about the dark energy and leveraging the dark side, right? And a lot of people in the world talk about it. They don't share it a lot, but I know how to leverage that energy. So I take that energy. It's the same power. It's more powerful, and I can use it, transform it. Sexual transmutation, you know how that works? You can change, you could use tantra, you could use a lot of different energies, and you can send those signals out to attract. That's why we need a lot more people doing this type of energy work, right? To help people. But we could talk more later. I want to get into exercises. We have a lot more time. Let's get to like 2 or 3 more questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love and love.
Got one more from Azim.
Hi, Azim.
Hey, Malcolm, how's it going? I heard a lot about you. So it's a pleasure to be able to ask a question. Thank you. So my question here is, I've been suffering from. I just wrote down my question. I've been suffering from waves of depression and anxiety over the past year, and it's caused me to kind of question my self-worth a lot, and I have really high expectations of myself when it comes to finances, career, relationships, etc. So, you alluded to it earlier, get out of your own way. How do I get out of my own way? Because I feel like I'm kind of just paralyzed right now.
Beautiful. You know what? You are going through an unfolding, an awakening, and it's not a bad thing. Some people call it Kundalini. Some people call it awakening. I had a lot of depression. I suffered with PTSD, post-traumatic stress, anxiety, depression. I wanted to commit suicide. When I was in the midst of depression, my spouse left me with my children, and my stepdaughter left me, and my older son left my life all in one time. And I went to jail for 3 days, all in a span of 2 weeks. So if I wasn't depressed enough, being laid off work for 2 years, and then my partner left me because I was toxic, and then my kids left me, and then my stepdaughter left me, and then my son left me, and then I wasn't working, and I had all these medications because it was 2012, 2013. And in 2010, I was I had a near-death experience, and I was on pharmaceuticals. And I had the choice to pop all those morphine, Percocets, Tramadol, Tramacets, everything, blood thinners. I had blood clots in my leg. I had to release this subdural hematoma. I had bleeding in my brain. I had blood clots all around. And, instead of committing suicide, instead of looking at that tree and said, I'm going to hang myself, what I did was that we have a deeper dark energy inside of this power, and it's energy, but we don't know if it's positive, dark, what the heck it was. So I said, what's this shit going on in me? And I opened up that bottle, and instead of wanting to commit suicide, I fell into that faith. I fell into that pain and suffering. And I said, instead of being on this, right, killing myself, being on pharmaceuticals and being depressed and stressed, and instead of committing suicide, I'm going to empty this. I'd rather die redeeming myself, right? So you can redeem yourself, get out of this, use this as an awakening, like use it as your power, and you can actually transform this into something better. But what I did was I emptied that. I emptied the pharmaceuticals, I emptied the blood thinners, and I waited a week. I didn't die. The doctor said I have to be on these blood thinners. I was 23 years old. I was young to be on blood thinners. I was too young to be on sleeping pills. And I emptied it. And I looked at that tree that I was going to hang myself on. And I said, you know what? Let's give it another day. Let's step by step, day by day, baby steps, guys. Everything in life is not a hurdle. take a baby step, like a little tiny baby step. If a baby can take a step, we can take a baby step. Small incremental changes each day lead to monumental improvements over time. Trust me. Look, a couple years ago, I didn't have this logoed shirt. I didn't have this home. I didn't manifest nothing. I was manifesting destruction. I was doing what we all tend to do, what you're doing. And all you got to do to get out of this is literally, we're going to do my mirror exercise as the first step. And then I have steps. I do a transformation with people within 5 to 7 days to get a jump start in their life. People who are depressed, people who suffer with anxiety, with PTSD, actually transform their lives very fast. And it's not just from me. It's actually you have it within you. But if I can be that guide to better serve you, bro, I'm here for you. Let me give you the steps. Today, I have 2 steps to do for you guys. One's going to be a manifestation visualization for an award ceremony. So you guys can visualize getting you guys' acting awards and stuff like that. And then before that, we're going to do my mirror talk exercise. It's to cover the self-identity, the self-fraudulence, the pain and suffering we're putting ourselves through. We're going to do that exercise today, okay? So we're going to address that today. But, first thing is just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. Tomorrow's not here yet. Hold on. Just chillax, relax, breathe. Tomorrow's not here yet. When you can surrender, when you can literally surrender yourself to what's holding you back, and you just say, you know what? It's okay, whatever. And you just, whatever, take me, do it. You will see what comes out on the other end. And it's going to be bliss. It's going to be joy. Your hand will be, you're going to get power. Someone's going to lift you up. And that's going to be your consciousness. Your body, your brain is holding you back. Tell it to shut the fuck up. All of us, let's tell our brains that we don't work for our brains. Okay? Our brains work for us. We tell our brains what to do. If it's causing trauma and telling us messed up shit, we say, shut up. No, I'm beautiful. I'm successful. No, I'm getting that. No, you don't tell me that shit. I'm getting it. I am getting that. I'm going to make it. I'm going to walk up on that stage. I am going to get it. I am the best. I am smart. I am smart. If something whispers I'm dumb, no, you say, shut up. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smart. For every negative word that comes out of your subconscious mind, it is 5 to 10 times more powerful than anything positive. So what that means is you have to replace every negative thing that comes out of your subconscious mind 5 to 10 times. I do it 100 times. My kids would be upstairs and I'll be like, I love you. I love me. I love you. I love you. No, I love you. Because my mind was talking so much shit that I had to freaking sabotage the negative with positive until it became my new subconscious behavior. So now when I'm sitting around and I forget to do personal growth, my mind just starts to work for me and says, I love you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Remember that. And I'll be like, what? Oh shit. Let me play some meditation, hypnosis things. Like before it used to be like, you suck, you're fat, look at your love handles, you're hairy, maybe you should wax, right? Or some weird stuff, right? Like our minds do this to us and it's not your fault. The first thing, my answer to that, it's not your fault. Look at yourself and say, shut up. Because we are built from our paradigms and our paradigms were passed down to us generation to generation to generation. Our great-great-grandparents to our grandparents, they didn't know better. They taught their parents, then they didn't know shit. They told their parents they didn't know shit, and now it's contradicting with personal growth. And it's like, what the heck is right from wrong, right? So just take it slowly, baby steps, and forgive, man. Again, I'm going to tell you one more time. And everybody, you got to learn how to step into, a man is very weak if he does not cry and he holds in his pain and suffering and he thinks he's all tough shit. He's actually very, very, very weak inside. And I was very buff and strong before, but I was very weak inside because I never said I love you. I never said I'm sorry. I never said I love you to my kids. I never said, honey, I apologize. You're beautiful. And I wish well for you. Thank you for sweeping up the kitchen so I can, do the dishes, or thank you that you did the dishes. So then, the house feels better. I was that type of guy. I'd be like, yeah, that's what a woman, like, what the heck? You don't talk like that. Like that was our subconscious mind. We were programmed the wrong way. So if whatever you can take from that, my man, just take it day by day, and you got that. I got your back too. Reach out to me, and I'm here to serve, man. I'm here. Use me, leverage me, because we're here to finally change the world, right? We're here to finally change. And, you know, I came back for this reason, to change every day, change every paradigm, every damn nuisance, nonsense, bullshit I ever did. If I said something wrong 5 minutes ago, I'll fix it and be like, hey, I'm sorry, my son. I grab my son, I teach him, I coach him, I kiss him, I mentor him, and I explain to him. I give him knowledge, wisdom with the pain, suffering, turbulence, and turmoil that we've gone through in life. You know, use both, leverage it, and it's your superpower, man. Don't let it be something to shame you. Okay? Be it to lift you up. Lift yourself up. Lift yourself up. You got this. Look at you. You're handsome, man. You're intelligent. Look at you, man. Just look at yourself better.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Looking forward to exercises here. I took some notes.
All right. Okay. So I can share my screen, and if I can get
Malcolm, what I'll do is I'll make you a co-host so you can share your screen. There you go.
Now let me just get this. I have it made on a lovely lady helped me on Canva, and I'm going to present it from Canva as a presentation. And then let's do this here. Present. Okay. I'm going to share the screen with you guys. All right. You guys can see this?
Yep.
Okay. So, okay. So we were talking about reframing the subconscious mind so it works for us. So everything exists to the limit of our capacity of vision, okay? Goals are useless without vision. We think goals are the end, the means to an end, or the end goal. Goals are nothing. Goals are just little things we're conquering here and there. You know, I gotta do this, so then that can happen, then do this, whatever. Have a bigger vision, and then the little short-term goals will lead to long-term goals, will lead to you fulfilling your vision, okay? So all things you can feel, you can think and feel are being created. So if you guys have this feeling right now of anxiety, pain, stress, whatever's happening in life to us, you know, when am I going to get that role? When is that director, or that producer? When is that gig or that call back, or that, did that go well? That's, you know, whatever you guys call that monologue or whatever, did it go well? If that's what you're feeling, that's what's being reciprocated. That energy is being strung to that person and being reeled in like a fishing line. So whatever you send out there, okay, to source is going to that director. That director got a signal and saying, yeah, this person is not the right fit. I just feel something weird, and they're going to deny you. But if you send a signal, a new signal, and you reel them in saying, you know, I feel great, and I know I got that I'm sending a signal. I'm putting this information in their mind right now. I'm putting this into their heads that I am the right choice, not them, not that girl, not that guy, me. That is going to be created. So you got to also send a signal into someone else's mind, but not only feel it and believe it, but also send that signal outwards and come out there with a knowing and detach from it as if you just detach and you don't have to worry anymore and you just live life. It's like you order something out of a magazine, right? Or online shop. You ordered something. I know I ordered it. It's on its way. It's coming to me. I don't need to check, oh, is it coming? Lumen, my skincare thing, you know, it's coming to me. And I believe it. I know it's on its way. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now we just have to walk into that reality and experience it. So you got to, the reality is the feeling and the way you think every day as if you already have it. Okay. And then we can receive rather than chase. So then that's when you start receiving the things that you truly desire. Okay. All right. Okay, so do you guys have questions about that? I think we addressed a few things there, but if anybody else that wasn't able to ask anything, they can go ahead and ask a question now if there's someone there. Okay, no worries. Now, mirror talk. Did everybody come prepared with a mirror? Does anybody have a mirror? Can anybody take their phone, laptop, or bring a mirror to them or go towards a mirror at all?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Okay, good. Okay, good. Anybody who doesn't have a mirror, please go get a mirror. Usually I use one that can see your whole body from at least your belly button all the way up, because what we're going to do right now is we're going to do something special, something that's revealing, something that's going to transform you into your new reality. It's going to be the new beginning. So let's get a mirror and let's do this exercise. Okay, cool. All right. Now, before we begin, I'm going to talk a few more things here. So when we're changing our mindset, okay, so if you want to see change in the world and see ourselves changed in the world, then we have to change the way we look at things, so the things we look at obviously change. So this exercise is see the world heal so that we can fit into that image. So whatever we want to see out of ourselves, we got to see ourselves in the world as that. So the world has to realize that's what we want to be in the world. So if you want to be this successful, famous, brilliant, rich, independent entrepreneur, actor, actress, you got to believe it, and you got to know that the world sees you as that. If you come out of it seeing yourself as someone that's still struggling, that's not capable, not adequate enough, you got to change that today. And that's what we're going to do. You must make sure that the world believes you as much as you believe yourself, okay? Because that's how we're going to change the world, is when you see the world as being changed, okay? And how we see ourselves fit in the world, okay? And for vision, we send an image of how we want to see, okay, the world, and expects us as well suited in that image as well. So healing, you must do a lot of healing on how we see ourselves. And if we see that change, we must also see that, okay, for the world again, I'm just repeating myself there. So we are a reflection of our feelings. We must choose better feelings. So there's different exercises to do this. But what I like to do is I take a deep breath of a feeling that I want to feel with gratitude. So if I think, how many people are grateful for just waking up in the morning? Okay, good. And how many people are grateful for the hair that they have? Even if they don't like their hair, they got to learn to love it. And how many people try to love their hair even if they don't love it? Okay. Now, that's what we have to do, is in order to change the feeling, we got to think of being grateful. So there's people in the world that are suffering a lot more than us. Like we had a beautiful psychic medium asking a question there. She mentioned that, there's people in the world that see themselves unfit and why things are happening and how do we change that, right? So this will work towards that, okay? This reflection, the feelings, and people will have it worse. So we must know how grateful we are to walk this life and to breathe air, to blink, to have eyes, to have hair, to have a nose, to drink water, to be able to take a walk from here to there and get a glass of water and coffee or tea, whatever we like. Those are things we should be able to smile about. If you guys can literally feel good for having that, and believe that one day you're going to be able to serve somebody who does not have that, that should make you feel good in your heart. So take that breath in, right? And squeeze that and smile and feel that feeling, and just sit in that gratitude for a moment and think of all the things that we're grateful for. Everything that I just said, or everything else that you can think of, you got to roll. You actually have an opportunity to be here on Wendy's platform, just to have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman to just share her insights and wisdom and give you guys a platform. That's a beautiful feeling, feel good. And then raise that vibrational frequency into you. And then you send a signal, you use that energy and you send a signal of what you want to attract, and you send that signal. Either if you want your mom to call you, you want that person to hire you, you want to get that role, you want to attract that $7,000, send that signal to that $7,000. Send that signal to that woman or that man that is your ideal self image. You know, what that person wants to see in you, you see in him. Or what that woman wants to see in you, you see in him. Send that reflection out to that person, okay? And you will receive it. And detach and know that you did it correctly, as long as you love and you sent that feeling of belief. Okay, now we're going to continue to go, and then we're going to dive in deep into more of a consistent manifestation visualization at the end. So this exercise, mirror talk, okay, is for self-identity, self-reflection, and self-love, okay? But before we seek what we want, we have to see the fraudulence, false beliefs, lies, and neglect we've been portraying. So we have to admit and accept and surrender that we've been, fraudulent to ourselves. We've been lying. We've been, portraying ourselves as something that we're not, that we're trying to be better, and we're still living a victim mindset. We self-sabotage, or if any feelings, whatever those feelings we are doing to ourselves right now, that is the fraudulence I'm talking about. That is, we got to address that. We got to look at our face. A lot of people don't want to look at their face. They brush their hair, brush their teeth, comb their hair. They look at themselves. Oh, is my eyebrows pretty? Is my lips done? Do I look good? And then they go out there and they think they're impressive. No, you're not. That's why your self-identity sucks, right? Is because we are not addressing the truth. You're not looking at yourself and saying, no, first let me address the truth. I've been shitting myself, lying to myself. We got to face that. So today we're going to do that. Whatever it might be independently for you guys, I need you to independently do it in this exercise. I need you to feel those feelings. Look at I'm going to guide you guys through it. Look at yourself and be like, look at that. Okay. I'm going to guide you guys, and I want you to make sure you pull the deep down, dark rooted shit that you never addressed. Whether it was from the past, your childhood. When I was 8 years old, my teacher said, you'll never be good enough. You're shit just like your dad. You're going to be abusive just like your parents are abuse each other. All this kind of stuff. That stuff from childhood, let's bring it up. Bring it up. And if you want to reach out, I can do those independent exercises for you guys. It's not going to be the complete one today, but I'm going to do some of it. And I really am emphasizing for you guys to do your diligence to pull out your deep-rooted problems today, okay? The lies, the neglect, let's not just be fluffy and be like, oh, hey, beautiful. Hey, you're handsome. Let's avoid that in the beginning. We'll do that later when I tell you guys to. Stare at yourselves like you've never stared at yourself ever before, okay? Then we can reflect with love and forgiveness for yourself afterwards. All right, and then we'll do the ceremony last. So, all right, let's do this. I'm gonna stop the share here so I can see everybody's face and make sure I'm in tune with everybody. Now, everybody have a mirror. Raise your hands if you have a mirror. Oh wow, good job, guys. Now, the people who aren't, especially the host, can you get a mirror? Can you be in front of a mirror or make your screen show your face bigger and just look at yourself through your own camera or your screen there? Because what this is going to do, it's going to bring out that self-identity. It's going to bring out that fraudulence. It's going to bring out any fake, maybe tears, maybe everything is going to come out today. Okay. So let's have fun with this, and it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to fear. It's okay to be worried and ashamed, and it's okay to lack confidence right now, or be uncomfortable. It's very okay. That's the whole point of this exercise, is to be uncomfortable, be comfortable being uncomfortable. We have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And when we can get used to being comfortable being uncomfortable, then everything is going to start happening for you guys. Okay, so let's start. Everyone in front of their mirror, everyone can see their beautiful faces. And if something subconscious comes, tell it to shut up. It's beautiful. Okay. All right. Let me pull up my my mirror talk technique, and let's get ready. So breathe, let it out, just relax. Take a few deep breaths. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna guide you guys through this, and then after I'm gonna give you guys my PDFs and documents so you guys could do it on your own in your own way, and you can create it your own way and how you need to customize it and change it up every day. I recommend doing it for 7 days at first, and then after you get to know yourself, your inner self, your spirit, and connect to your soul, then after you don't have to do it as in depth. You could just look at yourself and be like, hey, we're connected finally, and I love you. You don't have to sit there and be like doing the practice for long afterwards, okay? All right, so everybody just nod your head. Don't look at me and don't respond to me by taking your eyes away from the mirror, looking at me and saying, I did it.
It's 8:00 p.m.
1 second. All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay. Look at yourselves in the mirror, please. And keep staring. Just keep staring into your eyes. Deep into your eyes. As far deep into your eyes as you can see. And this might be so far that all you see is the colors of your eyes. You know, look past your face, your eyebrows, just look deep into your eyes. And as you're looking through your eyes, I want you to be contemplating right now. I want you to just contemplate on who you are, what you are. Keep staring and contemplating and looking deeper and deeper. And as you contemplate, look deeper through your eyes, past your eyes, look so far that now you're going deeper past the nerve endings, past the neurons, past the blood vessels. Look past the colors of your eyes, past the shape and design of your eyes. Look so far deep into yourself that you're wondering, who am I? What am I? And I'm going to be unmuting this for everybody. And I want everybody to ask themselves out loud, who am I? I want you to say, who am I? While you're looking into your eyes, I want you to say it out loud to yourself, who am I? And then say, what am I? And keep contemplating. Take your time and listen for whispers. Who am I? What am I? And while you're contemplating, I want you to think what you've been doing to yourselves, how you've been leading your life. up until now? Have you been dismissing your soul's purpose? Have you been just chasing everything out there, trying to be successful, beautiful, and pretty, and handsome, and everything else out there, except for finding inner peace and connection to who you really are? Pay attention to that notion. Contemplate through that. And while you're contemplating who you are and what you are, you might be thinking, am I the reflection looking back at me? Because you're not. You're not the reflection that's looking back at you. Am I this brain that's thinking right now? No, you're not just that brain that's thinking right now. Am I these eyes? No, you're not just these eyes. So what am I? Who am I then? Keep looking deeper and deeper and deeper through your eyes until you feel there's something deeper trying to connect to you that you've been neglecting your whole life. What is that back there? What is residing in that emptiness? If I'm not those eyes, I'm not that brain, if I'm not my hair, if I'm not my thoughts, who am I? What am I? What is back there? What is in that emptiness? What's behind that brain? What is in that empty space back there? Is that who am I? Is that what am I? You think that's what you are? Now start to contemplate everything before yourself. Ask your spirit, what have I been doing? What life have I been leading? Have I been neglecting certain things? And only those certain things you know, so bring that up right now. Am I fulfilling my happiness? Am I truly happy? Is the family happy? Is my children happy? Or is my husband, my wife happy? Am I happy if I'm alone? Am I happy in my alone times? Do I get angry? Do I get frustrated? Do I self-doubt? Do I self-sabotage? Now look at all of that and think about all of that. And fix it, connect with your source right now. And your source is who you are. And when you're ready, I want all of you guys to say, I love you. I really, really love you. When you're ready. I forgive you. And when you say I forgive you, you're forgiving yourself for all of the things you've been lacking, neglecting, avoiding. You've been avoiding yourself all along. And I'm sorry, but I forgive you. And I'm addressing it now. We're addressing it now. I love you. Now take your time. A lot of people connect really well. A lot of people cry. A lot of people shake their head. They can't even look at themselves or say sorry or love. But if you guys are, I'm very proud of you guys. Just stay connected. If anyone has not been able to say, I love you, I forgive you on their own time, say it before we end this call, but you need to tell yourself and be comfortable being uncomfortable, addressing all the things that you never addressed. Why are we chasing life away from us when life should be coming to us? Life should be so joyful and blissful and happy every second of the day. So just make it your onus now that every day after today, we are going to recognize who we truly are and what we're running away from and what we're chasing. And at the end of life,